Konnichiwa, and welcome to Tsuki no Ame, where we try Japanese sweets and treats. Today we have two treats to try from Baksu, but before we get into that, I do have to apologize. If you saw yesterday's video, you probably already know this. I have been under the weather, so we are going to move forward. Just wanted to let you know ahead of time. I am really excited for these, especially this first one. We are going to be trying, this is the Nagasaki Castella Tankan flavor. I'm always a fan when they send us the Castella cakes. Actually, just scratch that. Pretty much any of like the baked goods, pastry, dough, any of those, I tend to get really excited. Castella cakes being one of several that I'm just always a fan of. This one in particular being Tankan flavored. I am not familiar with Tankan. This is kind of a new thing for me. So Tankan, according to the culture guide, which I have in front of me, is a citrus fruit from Okinawa. Apparently it's bright orange and is supposed to be very sweet, despite being a citrus fruit. So I'm really excited. I'm not a big one on sour, but I do like citrus fruits when they are the sweeter ones, such as oranges. So I am really looking forward to that. We are also going to try the apple mochi. Mochi is always welcome on this channel. So yeah, this should be pretty good. With all that in mind, let's get started. Itadakimasu! Alright. I'm always trying to do as little damage to the packaging as I possibly can. Oh my gosh. I'm always impressed. It is really nice and moist. It looks so good. And that is interesting. So it's a Castella cake. It is really nice and soft. A little, I don't know, slightly on the, I don't know. They're just amazing. It is so good. I feel like it's slightly on the denser side, but it's still fluffy. It is really good. I'm always a fan. Much more interested in the Tankan just because, again, it's not something I really have much experience at all with, or rather didn't even know existed until we received this box. And it does remind me a little bit of oranges, but it also tastes different, and I really don't know how to describe it, but it is very sweet. It doesn't have a lot of sour notes to it like you get with lemon, and it doesn't have any bitterness like you get with grapefruit, which is why, honestly, that's why I don't like grapefruit. It's sour, it's bitter. I know people like it, I don't. But this is much more towards like the oranges and the mikan, but at the same time, it doesn't taste like an orange. It is really interesting, but it is really good. I really like it. I think Tankan is definitely one of those flavors that I personally need to watch out for because I think it's one that I do genuinely enjoy. So I might have to add it to my list of things like lychee that, are hard for me to get, but that I do genuinely really enjoy. So moving on to our apple mochi. So soft and squishy. We get the best mochi on this channel. So For me, this is really kind of interesting because, well, first off, as a piece of mochi, again, just so fluffy and so soft, so squishy, so amazing. It is. I'm not kidding. We get the best mochi on the channel. If you are somebody who likes mochi, seriously, anytime you see the mochi show up, like, this is maybe something you want to get your hands on. Go dig through, if you're not wanting to get the subscription boxes, go dig through their, each of these boxes have an affiliated site where they sell things individually. Go rate it for the mochi. There are so many things that they put up on there. And a lot of it does end up in a box sooner or later, but not always. Absolutely worth your time. What's interesting, again, though, is the fruit flavor. So I am from an area where, we do get things that are apple flavored. Apple flavored things are not that uncommon. It's not super common, but it's not uncommon. But it's always paired with cinnamon, so it's always usually more of a spice thing. It's very associated with fall. This doesn't. This is very much the fresh apple flavor, which for me is very weird, in part because I am not huge on apples. I eat apple flavored things because I love cinnamon. But if you are somebody who enjoys apples, this, especially if you're somebody who likes fresh apples and kind of would like more of the apple flavor, this is just straight apple. And it doesn't have any of the spices that for me I associate with apple flavored things. It is really good. It's just very, very different from my normal experiences with apples because I don't just buy apples and eat them. I'll admit they are not a fruit I really seek out much. I don't dislike them like I do peaches, but so yeah, if you're somebody who likes apples, this particular type of mochi, right up your street. And just in general, as a piece of mochi, really, really good. I'm not kidding. We get some of the best mochi on this channel. I love it. I really enjoy it. Gochisousama. So to recap, we did our Nagasaki Castella Tankan cake, which, as a piece of Castella cake, really good, really solid. Boxer has gotten us some amazing Castella cakes. As far as the Tankan is concerned, wow, that is really, it's sweet, it's citrusy. It's more along the lines of like orange in that it's sweet without the acidity, the sour that you get with like lemons, limes, or the bitterness that you get with grapefruit. But at the same time, it doesn't taste like orange. It tastes different. It is really interesting. I don't know, part of me kind of wants to find one of these now and like actually try the fruit. That is really, really good, really tasty. We also tried our apple mochi, which perfectly soft, perfectly squishy, amazing piece of mochi. And again, is very much focused on the fruit. It doesn't have, if you're like me and you're from an area where, apple is pretty much always with cinnamon, it doesn't have any of that. It is just the apple, which I know for somebody who really likes apples, it might be kind of a refreshing change. I'd say both of these are definitely worth your time. Super fun. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. If you like my shirt, the link for that is down in the description below. And please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Johnny.